Hey, Kentucky fan. So, I wanted to take a while to really think about exactly what I wanted to say during the game reaction. And it's not going to be, that's for sure. Just wanted to make sure that, because there's a conversation, all that what does this part of the, I mean, there's no easy way to say it. This was worst loss ever we won in the history of that rivalry game. This was the worst one. And since 1906, I'm going to say this, 1906, this were the worst losses back to back this season. What are we doing if we don't, the athletic department, make some very hard decisions? I know people are going to say, but the buyout. It's not a fan. The buyout is not a problem of the fans. It's a problem of the administration to figure out how. Like, I've already seen a bunch of comments on Twitter talking about how calling and canceling tickets they've already paid next year, and have people like Matt Jones say, "Look, this should probably be the," um, and that's what it is. And I really want to, like, the conversation I really want to have at this point is, since it feels inevitable, what do we do? There's a lot of talk about Cutter Bowley. Is he the quarterback of the future? And yes, he struggled. He has struggled mightily the past couple of games. That is a fair point. That is a fair thing. On the other side of the coin, he was never set up for success to begin with. Come out, throw 8-yard routes, dense box. Whenever you know, dig and the post are the best routes that he throws. Don't get him in a situation where throwing into comfortable window. So struggle. Yes, he threw double coverage a couple of times and like a freshman, but never really placed to first place. That's one of the biggest frustrations I have out of all of this. Um, we were favorites coming. You believe that? Favorite? No, it never looked like a game that Kentucky was capable of winning. That's part of the frustration. I've said it before, other places. My biggest frustration, Oops, is he tries to protect a lead that he hasn't even earned yet. Like, you cannot come in and try to short the game until you actually have a lead on the scoreboard. 0-0 is not the time to come in and start the game. Um, and another stat to throw up there along those lines. Because you try to shorten the game, because you are never the aggressor of the football, set yourself up in a position for this stat to be true. You know, if we go down, if Kentucky during the Stoops era ever had a deficit more, they've went throw for eight. Come on, that is, it's untenable. It is something that the fans shouldn't have. And we've been some long suffering fans. Seen some good years, games a couple of times. Had Liam Cohen in. Had modern offense, John McVay style offense where for the aggressor we attacked. We still did Stoops thing. Protected the football. We ran the football. There was enough mystery passing, enough threat down the field that they couldn't stack the box. They couldn't uh, get all over the short routes and take them away. There was enough innovation. Been trying to win 25 football with a 1997 offense. And that's just something that cannot keep. I mean, and honestly, I could sit here and beat this dead horse all night because we know what needs to be done. The question is, will the administration do it? And we just have to we're all sitting around waiting on AD, Barnhart, to see what he decides, what move he wants. And I honestly think he's making phone calls. He's trying to put some together, see what the full picture will be, see what he actually can do. And pretty sure based on Twitter he can make this move. Which moves us on to the next question if we bring in place. There's a lot of names being tossed out there. John Summerall, of course, is the favorite because he played here, coached, started his career of coaching here. And Rich Brooks signs off on him. And Papal says he's good. I'm not arguing with Papal. Papal knows more about football than any of us, and probably the 100, 200 people that are going to watch this, comment, like, and all that good stuff on this video could even consider knowing. So there's definitely that. And if, like I said, if he's got Papal's approval, he was Summerall was probably going to go to Auburn, and then I've heard that they wanted to tell a coach who's been a head coach for 4 years that DJ Durkin had to be his defensive coordinator. This is a coach that started out as a defensive coordinator. He played linebacker. That's insulting. And I don't blame him for pulling his name there. The current rumors right now is that he's the leader to get hired at Florida. But if you look at their fans on Twitter, they're not happy. So it would almost behoove him to wait and see what Lane Kiffin does. Because he's a guy that could step into that LSU job. They're in Louisiana. Is that the direction they take it? I wouldn't take the Florida job because their fan base don't deserve happiness, especially if they're throwing a fit over a guy who's going to win football games no matter where he goes. That's all he's done. Win games wherever. Then, if that doesn't work out for whatever reason, there's a lot of reasons it might not. Look at somebody like GJ Kinney down at Texas State. Really good young offensive mind. He's going to be a star. The question is where. That's just my opinion on him. I've watched him play a few times. This year was a little down for them, but they had some really bad luck in one-score games that weren't really anybody's fault. It's just, it's an oblate spiral. It bounces weird sometimes. But his players were there. They always fight. It's an innovative Gus Malzahn kind of type offense. Fun. Then maybe you start looking at coordinators, Will Stein. Maybe even get really creative and go like Tate Schilhaus, who is with the Rams. You can almost never go wrong coming from Sean McVay. There's some options there. But guys, what do you guys think? Honestly, that's the whole reason I do this. Let me know. Any of those names intrigue you? Anybody out there still going? You know what? We're gonna run this back to hoops, and I'm excited about it because I would say you're in the really small minority. But it's an opinion. I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not gonna agree with you, but it's an opinion. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Please like, subscribe, all that good fun. Thank you. God bless you. Go Big Blue.